Hey guys, Dave Kimbrough here with the Kimbrough Team Remax 4000. It's July the 8th, and I hope that everybody had an amazing 4th of July. I know my family and I had a great 4th of July. I had friends over a couple of times, three times actually. Everybody on the Kimbrough team seemed to have a great 4th of July, and I hope you did too. The weather certainly cooperated. It was a beautiful weekend, actually a little bit cooler on the front half of the 4th of July weekend than normal, which made it ideal, frankly. We also got some rain, which allowed me to get out and pull some weeds. But I digress. Anyway, market stats. That's what we've got now for the month of June. Right underneath this video are the market stats. Feel free to take a look at those to your heart's content. A lot of good information, but you kind of got to be a nerd to get into it. But again, a lot of good information there. The month of June was in a to capsulate it, it's pretty flat, right? Very similar to what we saw in the month of May 2025. So we didn't see a whole lot of changes, a little bit of an uptick in dollar volume. Sales dropped just a handful of number of units that we were off for the month of June. So basically pretty flat. But what we're seeing is that's the trend nationwide. United States, all across the country for the most part, is a broad swath. We're seeing numbers that are relatively stagnant. Don't let that fool you. Good stuff still sells quick and at good prices. So if you've got it priced right, marketed right, and it's in great condition and in a good location, there's a really good chance you're going to see a lot of activity on that property pretty quick, and you very well might see an offer pretty darn quick. Rising inventory. Why is that a concern? Because that is what we're now seeing as a trend. That is no longer a Yeti sighting. It's 2 months in a row. And we're seeing again that nationwide as well. If you remember back in at the beginning of June, we did market stats for the month of May. We saw a 13% increase in inventory month over month. We saw that same 13% inventory increase in the month of June as well. And if you go back to June of 2024, we now have 42% more inventory than we had at that time. So why is that so significant? Because the first thing, it's just supply and demand economics, right? And that's part of the reason the end of June, I saw some statistics nationwide. Earlier in the year, they were, projecting, about a 5.2% increase nationwide for housing appreciation. They have now adjusted that down to 1.3 for 2025. So, we're seeing that they're adjusting those numbers down a little bit as the inventory continues to grow. And that is mainly due to higher interest rates. So I think we're going to see a lot of the same here in Mesa County. Fannie Mae came out with their projections. 6.5 by the end of 2025 is what they said the interest rates would be, and 6.1% by the end of 2026. I think they're probably being a little bit conservative on that because we're already seeing interest rates this week. Well, actually, I saw them today at 6.65 for a conventional 30-year fix. So overall, a good, healthy market. Remember, you got to price it right, condition it right, and market it right. And you still very well could see an offer relatively quickly on your property. Days on market stayed exactly the same. It's now 79 days still for the average days on market here in Mesa County. So there's a summary for the month of June here at the beginning of July. If you've got needs or your friends or family have needs or real estate needs, we'd be more than happy to take care of those. We take care of them just like we would our own family. I want to thank you for being part of the Kimbrough team and what we do here. We get up every day and have a meaningful impact in people's lives and helping them find the perfect property and helping them sell their property to move on to their next chapter. We couldn't do it without you, so thank you very much for that. Have an amazing July. I'm going to see you again right at the beginning of August, where we're almost to back to school by then. So enjoy your last month of summer. And if you need anything, you can contact us at info@thekimbroteam.com, or you can also give us a call 970-683-2506. Thanks a ton and have an amazing day.